things that you can use with a loopy resistance band, or if you have a long strap, tie it into a loop to help with keeping yourself a little bit more mobile if you're running. So if you step your feet into the straps and then try to engage your pelvic floor, so lift your groin up basically and tone your low belly, and then stand into your left foot, and then with the strap under your left foot and on top of your right, just draw your knee up, and that really helps to strengthen the hip flexors. If you can do it without holding on to something, the balance also helps with a bit of proprioception, which can help strengthen your ankles as well. Just do what you can. But try to keep your knee stable. So if you feel it flailing about, maybe you just need to hold on to something for a while. Just swap sides as you start to feel a little bit of like you're letting go of the quality of the movement. Another good thing, keeping the strap around your feet, move it up to your ankles, and then just open your leg out to the side. So imagine you're sliding your heel against a wall, or you can even just actually slide your heel against a wall. So you're getting into the sides of your hips and strengthening those side of your hip and bum muscles. And it'll also be strengthening a bit of those quads as well. Make sure you do both sides. And then continuing with the strap at your ankle, have your foot, one of your feet, you can swap sides, doesn't matter which one, behind you, and just do some leg extensions. So you might need to even bend your standing leg and lean forward a little bit, but you're really starting to get into that bum muscle. You should feel it on both sides, but in particular the right side. And that'll be helping strengthen your bum cheeks. Your bum cheeks help support a lot. Those are good ones. Another one to get into the, so move the strap up a little bit more to just below your knees. And then to get into the glute med, the side of your bum. So if you take your foot behind you at an angle, it's not directly behind you, but out to the side. So if you're stood on a clock, your foot's going to be at, say, like 4:30-ish, and then lift up at the angle. You can also bend your knee, and that makes it even harder. So if you put your foot out and then bend the knee, and that also gets into the hammies a little bit, but really getting into it. So you should feel this sort of right on the outside, the middle glute med of your bum. I'm falling over now. So your left leg back out and lift it up, or bend the knee. And so if you're doing it with a bent knee, lead from the knee and try to keep your shin stable. So just like move your shin as one, so you're not lifting the ankle more than the knee or the knee more than the ankle. They're moving at the same pace. Yeah? And then, another good one is bringing your strap up even higher and just doing squat walks. Quack, 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 like you're a duck. Or sumo squats. I don't know. People have all sorts of different names for this, but this is a good one. Let's get into this. And that's a good way to help strengthen bum and legs. And then once you've done that, then you want to stretch things out if you use, actually I'm going to use a stool. If you use a stool or a chair or a sofa, come onto your back, place a foot on the stool or bench or chair, sofa, wherever, and take your ankle. You've probably done this before, but doing it with your foot against something rather than holding the back of your thigh and letting your hips just ground downward, gets into it a bit, and then use your hands to sort of push that leg a little bit, and that gets into a bit more. And once you've done that for a few breaths, then slide your leg over so your thighs are crossed and twist. And that helps stretch out all of that a little bit more. Do both sides. Cross the thighs, twist over, and reach. And then to stretch out the front of your hip flexors, a good one is to just have your hips, something under your hips like a pillow. And then straighten out your legs. The more pillows, the higher your hips are, the more you're stretching out the hip flexors. And if you sort of wiggle your feet in and out, then you'll notice that it feels different in different parts of your body. So you might want to try to hold it in one place more than another. And once you've done that, then you might want to sit on the cushion that you're on. Have your knees as bent as you need to let yourself fold forward. And then that'll start to stretch out a bit of the low back as well. And then to get into the shins, take your hands over the tops of your feet. So bend your knees as much as you need to do that. And just push. And that'll start to move the shins a little bit more. And then come up to standing. Take a book or a block, or do this from your stairs. Something a bit thinner if you're feeling really tight. And place the balls of your feet on that thing, whatever it is, heels on the ground, and then bend your knees so you can start to fold forward. And that'll get into the calves a little bit more. The higher up, the more stretch. You can even start to try to pull your toes up toward you as you do this. And then to help strengthen the calves and the shins, especially if you're doing a lot of trail running, get your heel lifts in. And as you do your heel lifts, really try to push through evenly all of the base knuckles of all of the toes, in particular the pinky and the big toe knuckle on each foot, so you're not going too much in or out. Hopefully that helps.